Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. Today on Saturday, the market has started in a very quiet way into the weekend, as it often does, not always, but often. Now I've tidied up the chart a little bit, not moved any waves, but deleted some, old subwaves that we just don't need anymore that might confuse people. You see now clearer the pattern that evolved from June into August as a 5-wave move in a wave 1. It's actually a diagonal pattern, it's not an impulse, which makes the whole chart pattern less reliable, which means I can easily count it corrective as well, same way as it is possible for Bitcoin. So I have now labeled it as a 1-2 complete, that the bear market low was already in, but don't misunderstand that this very well could not be the case. The only reason why I think it's a bit more probable that Ethereum might have the bear market low in already is that it performed much stronger since June than Bitcoin. It also didn't make a new low in November, which means that it could be a step and a wave ahead of Bitcoin. We've been talking a long time about a possible third wave here to the upside that actually could take us to around $3,000 because it would be the 1.618 extension. Let's show you that of the wave 1, which is an ideal target for a third wave, up there. You will remember that if you've watched my videos over the last few weeks and months. But of course, also here, like with Bitcoin, the November drop created through FTX basically messed it all up a little bit. Originally, we anticipated here wave 2 finished here, and I'm convinced we could have seen a nice year-end rally had FTX not happened. Obviously, FTX happened and it messed the chart up a bit. I can now count the wave 2 here with a 1-2 complete in a more complex possible WXY pattern. Or it's the same way as Bitcoin, that I have to count this as something like an A wave, the B wave down, and now a C wave rally to the upside, which could still go higher, as you can see. So just 5 waves up alone will not really tell us that the bear market low was in. What we need is those 5 waves up complete here in this green wave 1 as part of that third wave. And then we need the wave 2 to hold. So the wave 2 is here, So we need a wave 1 to the upside, a wave 2 to the downside, and we can say at least with a good likelihood that the bear market low was in. Until then, it could just be part of a corrective rally, So there is no reason to get too excited. But of course, we've seen an impressive rally since the November lows. And if we now zoom in a bit, I'm going to take these subwaves out as well. No need anymore. And some of these boxes that have either become irrelevant or they worked out, obviously, and they don't need to stay on the chart any longer because they don't really help us anymore. So, okay. Now, looking at this price action, similar to Bitcoin, I'm looking at this as a possible 5-wave rally to get more confidence that the bear market low was in and that we are in the first wave of that larger third wave. We need to see ideally one more wave 4 and one more wave 5. This wave 3 could technically be complete. We made a new high here a few days ago. That wave 5 of 3 could technically be complete. It would have been very short though, compared to the wave 3, for example, and the wave 1. So not entirely convinced. Therefore, my preference would be similar to Bitcoin, that we get an extension in this green wave 5 of 3. Afterwards, I'm going to watch if we're holding wave 4 support. That currently goes down to 1435. I might move that depending on how high we go, and ideally I would like to see another 5th wave. Alternatively, this wave 1 could already be complete instead of the wave 3. Reason is we can count this differently. We could say we had here a wave 1, a wave 2, a wave 3, a wave 4, and the wave 5. Again, also here maybe complete already or an extension, but that we have a slightly different count, which is this one, 3, 4, 5 of 1, but it's an unlikely one because along the way, this is a 1-2 setup, I have to acknowledge. Then the 3 was probably here, but the wave 4 here was just too shallow as well. It's all about likelihoods, and my job is to give you the most likely patterns, but I want to highlight to you that this could be a possibility. So from now, because this is now possible with that latest high that we made, I think Thursday or Wednesday last week, it's possible to count 5 waves complete, even though at this stage it wouldn't be ideal. I want to see one more 4 and one more 5 in an ideal case. But if support levels fail now, micro support levels, then I'm going to watch if we're holding a wave 4 support. And if that fails, if we are holding a wave 2 support, which will be a bit lower, but I will be able to tell you what level it is that I'm going to watch out for. Yeah, besides that, similar to Bitcoin, let's take a look at some of the indicators here. Bearish momentum is actually reducing. That might actually indicate that we can get this sort of extension here to the upside. We've also seen here the bearish divergences that we've seen on the Bitcoin chart as well. That doesn't indicate it has to come down now, but it could indicate that one more high is enough, and then it will come down either in this wave 4 or a wave 2, or it will break down completely. Therefore, strategic point of view, that I decided my strategy a few days ago, made you aware in the video and also on Telegram and Discord, that I took some profits in these regions here, and I look to build again if we drop, because I think a drop is likely in these regions. Of course, I only took some profits, not all of it, because we can still go higher, right? But because we can, if we lose micro support, drop all the way down to 1435. And if that fails into wave 2 support, which would be even lower, I won't be able to tell you in which scenario we are until we drop below these levels. So for example, here wave 2 could go down to 1212. So I strongly, whatever we do, if we get back into the $1,400 region, I will probably scale up again. Yeah, even though we can drop further, but I took profits around 1650, 1660. So I don't have a problem with buying in again at around 1400 or so. Okay, and if we zoom in, 1 hour chart, no change to yesterday. I'm currently looking at the idea that this wave 4 finished here on the 1st of February in some kind of an Elliott Wave triangle, and that we're pushing higher now in this wave 5. Again, that could be complete, but at the moment the preferred option would be that we get an extension in this 5th wave. And yeah, that could happen as an impulse possibly, or as a diagonal. If the wave 4 ended here, we have an ABC, could be a diagonal, topped in 3 waves, but currently I count it as complete here. So it could be an impulse. Wave 1 done. Now this ABC structure here to the downside, support is currently holding. Support is sitting currently between the 1575 level and the recent lows here. Let me just double check that. Yeah, the recent lows that were here at the 50% fib level at 1629. Yeah, and that's where we are, right? And against that, we can now focus on higher. However, Bitcoin could have completed this wave 2 as well. And this could be a small 1-2 setup, but it would now need to move up. Now, I won't be able to tell you if it is moving up as long as we don't get above the recent high at 1633, 1634. And then it would be good to break out of the range by moving above 1715. And the target for you might hear the drilling in the background, so the video is nearly done. Target for the 3rd is the 1.618 extension at 1854. The very first target would be 1768, the 1-to-1 ratio. So I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also make sure you follow us on Instagram and Twitter. There's additional content pretty much every day. And see you in the next video. Bye-bye.